Right now, I'm going to share with you the one thing that will make your ads stand out so that they scream, click me, click me.
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
Now, let's get real. Most Google Ads ad copies are really boring. And if you were to complete a Google search right now, I'll guarantee you will see ad copy after ad copy that resembles Nickelback's greatest hits albums, where you just don't know whether you're listening to track 3 or track 7.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
And the reason for that is because they all sound the same. And that is the same truth that unfortunately plagues Google Ads, in that all of the ad copies are just repeats of themselves. And in fact, I'm still surprised at the amount of times that I review Google Ads campaigns. When I go through and look at their ad copies, it's just a repeat of the same keyword focused with maybe 1 or 2 boring call to actions. Now, yes, you do need keyword focus in your ads and you do need a strong call to action. But the one thing that your ad copies are missing is having emotional triggers. And emotional triggers are the one ingredient that your ads are missing, which is meaning that you're losing clicks and also conversions. Now, I will admit that it is really hard to build an emotional trigger in a Google Ads ad copy, and that is because we have no control over the font sizes, of the color of the font, and you can't even use any special characters. So it's really your words versus your competitor ads words, and you need to focus on this, because if you can spend a little bit of time and do something that your competitors are not doing, I guarantee you'll start to win more clicks and then you'll start to see more conversions. And before I take you through the process of how you can go through and write ad copies that have emotional triggers in them, I do want to really stress for why this is so important. And the reason for that is that are universal in sales. So whether you're trying to sell a physical product or a service, regardless of what you're trying to sell, you need to understand that people buy on emotion. Now, straight away, you're thinking that you're too smart for that and you don't fall for these emotional triggers. But I can tell you, anything that you have bought, it's as a result of an emotion. And those emotional triggers could be anything. It could be a desire. So for example, you may be right now buying a different type of food because you have a desire to get healthy for the upcoming beach season. Or if you're like me, you may just quickly gone out and bought an extra 3 black t-shirts, even though you don't need any more black t-shirts, because you don't want to miss out on that 50% off sale. And that's because that fear of missing out or missing a sale is a really real emotion. And also some often forgotten emotions, especially when it comes to ad copy, is things like humor. Can you grab someone's attention by making them laugh? Or even, can you use a controversial statement that makes someone so angry that they go, I've just got to click on that ad to find out what they are talking about. So it doesn't matter what emotional trigger you are using, the trick with increasing your click-through ratio for your Google Ads is by generating some sort of emotion. Because what you need to remember with Google Ads is that when they search any ad, they're likely to see 4 different ads, and then all of the organic listings. They could also be seeing shopping listings. They could also be seeing Google Map listings. So there is a lot of things going on that individual search. So if you're not doing something to grab their attention with an emotional trigger in your headline, they're not even going to read your descriptions, let alone click on your ad to then go through to your website. So the emotional trigger is all about you generating some sort of emotion which makes that person go, I've just got to click on that ad because I don't want to miss out on the sale, or I want to know what they're talking about, or hey, this one made me laugh, I want to go and find out some more information about it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you through the ad copywriting process that I use that allows me to add in emotional triggers to my ad copies. And before we get into that screen share, I really do want to stress that going through and always split testing and improving the results of your ad copies is a core optimization action if you want to see success with your Google Ads campaigns. And if you want to make sure that you're completing your ad copy split testing at the right time and not missing out on any other important optimization actions that you need to complete in your Google Ads campaigns, what I want you to do right now is I want you to follow that link in the description below so you can get my Google Ads optimization checklist. And this is a checklist which not only lets you know exactly what you need to optimize, but when you need to complete every single optimization action in your Google Ads campaigns. So make sure you follow that link in the description below so that you've got an exact plan on how to improve the performance of your Google Ads campaigns every week, every month, and every 90 days. All right, with all that said, let's get straight into the screen share so I can take you through how I add in extra emotional triggers to my ad copies. Let's go. So what I'm taking you through here is a spreadsheet that I have for all of my different Google Ads campaigns. And it's a simple Google sheet which has my ad copy. I also do use my keywords on it, but then I've got this extra sheet which is all about my ad copy emotional triggers. Now, as we know, especially with a responsive search ad, we're wanting to include that keyword focus. And when it comes to the keyword focus, we're not really wanting to add in any emotional trigger because we're wanting to use the keywords that the searcher is using. So what I do from there is I then add in a call to action and then a unique selling point column, and then I add in these emotional triggers. And what I do first is I write down their individual unique selling points. So for example, for this one, we've got private pool villas and personal butler services. But what I do through here is I take the time to write this in a different way so that my ad copy just doesn't say 1-bedroom Seminyak villa, private pool villa. And what we do here is that we actually change it so that it says skinny dip in your own pool. And what I want to show you here is that if we go through and do a search for 1-bedroom villa Seminyak, you can see here that all of these headlines, as we predicted, are really, really boring. In that it's just all, 1-bedroom central Seminyak minutes to the beach, villas Bali, 1-bedroom villas for rent. Now imagine if you saw an ad that actually said skinny dip in your own pool. And this is an ad copy which we have used time and time again for the last 7 years, and it has been our best performing ad. And we know that this message sticks with our customers is because we get inquiries all the time of people making sure, can I skinny dip in my own pool? What we're looking at doing here is that we're wanting to really generate some humor and also intrigue and making people question, can I skinny dip on my own pool on my holidays? And that's forcing the click. And also as well, rather than just saying a personal butler service, we've gone an extra step further saying, WhatsApp your butler anytime, which once again makes it more popular because what we're saying is, would you love to go on a holiday where you can WhatsApp your personal butler at any time? And then for a 45% off promotion we had, rather than just saying 45% sale on now, we say 45% off sale, 48 hours only. Once again, to build that fear of missing out and really driving that emotion of, I don't want to miss out on this very limited sale. Now that may seem like a very, very simple process, but I can't stress how important it is. And what I want you to do is, of course, after you finished watching this YouTube video, I want you to go do a Google search for anything related into your business niche. And you will very quickly see what I'm talking about is that the ads that you see are just a collection of really, really boring, non-thought out headlines. And if you can take the time to even just write 2 or 3 different emotional triggers and add them into your ad copies and then start testing the results of those, I guarantee you will start to see a massive increase in your click-through ratio and your conversion rates very, very quickly. And to really nail down this process and get the most success out of your ad copies, you also need to be split testing your ad copies in the right way. And if you go through and watch this video right here, I take you through the process of how you can also combine your emotional triggers with a proper split testing process so that you can supercharge your results with Google Ads. And I look forward to seeing you in this video right now. See ya.